So, unfortunately, it's a sad reality, but your job does not care about you as much as you think. See, I used to be always like naive, and I thought if I didn't come to work, the task is not gonna get completed, and maybe the company is gonna collapse or something. Something bad is gonna happen if I don't show up. Until one time I got really sick and I wasn't able to go to work for a whole week. And when I realized is that when I came back, it's nothing changed, nothing happened. They just replaced me with someone else. Somebody else took my position and did the task. And it wasn't even something that they were worried about. You know what I'm saying? So I did. So then I started asking myself, why do I keep breaking my back in these companies? And at the end of the day, they don't really care if I came or not because they will find someone else to replace me. You know what I'm saying? And then I started really thinking about what am I doing this for? And what I realized is that I'm doing this because I have bills that I have to pay, which is the exact position that everyone else is in. You know what I'm saying? And they keep you with these bills. That's why they know that you're going to show up at your job. And even if you don't show up, somebody else is going to show up because somebody else is having the same problems. Everybody needs their bills to get paid. That's why they're going to show up. And if one doesn't, the other one is going to show up. You know what I'm saying? And this system was built to make you dependent on it, to make you dependent on your job, and to keep you working for something that you will never get, which is money. You see the money, but it's on a pedestal, and you're running on the treadmill, but you will never get it. You know what I'm saying? And then I realized that I'm actually like living a lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm compromising on my beliefs every time I walk into that job, and I'm doing something that I don't truly believe in, and I'm doing something that has nothing to do with my existence. That is not something that I believed I was created for. I always believed that I was created for something big. I was created to help people with something. But I didn't know what that thing is, but I always knew that I have a purpose. That's why I'm on this earth. But for some reason, the system makes your purpose money, and they make you work for money your entire life, and you will never get it. Only the rich people are making the money, are seeing the money, but you as a normie, you don't get to see that money that you're working hard for. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, I have to build then something for my own. What do I do? You know what I'm saying? I have to build something for my own legacy, because every worker that leaves their jobs to these people, you're just a number. You know what I'm saying? That's why on your badge there's always a number there: 67345852829. You know what I'm saying? You're just a number to them. And whenever you stop working, they just your number just gets erased, and get or sometimes they just give the number to someone else. You know what I'm saying? You're just a number to these people, and you're just a number to these companies. And when I started thinking about that, I'm like, damn, then that means I need to do something for myself. I need to build something for my own, and I need to create my own brand, because that's the only thing that's gonna last for me. I don't want to be forgotten. I don't want to leave, because the only people who get remembered are the people at the top, are the CEOs. These people's names don't get erased from the company. But a worker, if you're just a normal person in that company, you're as soon as you quit or as soon as you leave that job, your name will get erased, like you didn't happen, like it never mattered. You know what I'm saying? And imagine living your whole life like that, and then suddenly one day you die, and you get erased from everything. You get erased, yeah, like you never existed. You know what I'm saying? And the only people that get remembered are the people who did something, who created something. Only the creators get remembered. You know what I'm saying? That's why even in history, only the people who did something are the ones whose names are mentioned today. Alexander the Great, you know what I'm saying, Napoleon, all these people who ruled the world have their names mentioned, but the people that actually fought the fights, the people that were actually in the fields, nobody cares about them. Their names are not mentioned. Nobody knows who was really fighting. You know what I'm saying? But the people that are on the top are the people that get all the credit. And that's why my brain shifted and I'm like, no, I gotta make something for my own. You know what I'm saying? That's why I started my channel. I'm like, I'm gonna build a community. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna build a community and I'm gonna pour my knowledge and my all into this thing, and I'm gonna do it until my last breath. You know what I'm saying? I don't even put an end date. If it doesn't work, then I'm gonna do this. And no, I'm all in, and that doesn't mean that I quit my job. I still use my job, but I'm not depending on it the same way that I used to. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I just use my job as a tool to invest in myself and to invest in my own thing. You know what I'm saying? To invest in my channel, to buy new cameras. I'm gonna buy new, you know what I'm saying, new microphones. You know what I'm saying? Something that to help my channel get bigger. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use that job to fund the thing that I have passion for, to fund the thing that is actually for my purpose, that makes me feel like I'm doing something important in this world. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where true fulfillment comes. It comes when you are doing your purpose, when you're in your purpose. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I came to really, really, really um, make a decision to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be working for these people and then one day just get my name erased from history like I never existed. And that's the same thing that's gonna happen to you too if you don't do something about it, if you don't work on yourself, if you don't invest in your company, if you don't invest in something that you are creating to share with this world. It could be anything. It could be your talent. You could be a musician. You could be a content creator. You know what I'm saying? You could create a lot of right now we have thank God we have the internet. You can do whatever you want and share it with the world and get people who are going to relate to whatever thing that you have value in. You know what I'm saying? They can relate to it and you can build a community. You know what I'm saying? But you don't need to be reliant on that job when you have a talent that's God given. God gave everyone a talent. There is something that you're good at. Maybe you don't know it because you haven't tried things. That's why you need to try things. You need to try something that you haven't tried before. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, if you keep concentrated on your job, you're not going to have the time to try new things. You know what I'm saying? To try something that you are passionate about. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing that's all the time. Look at the football players, look at the basketball players, look at the singers, look at the rappers, look at whoever. These people are living their lives from the lens of their talent. You know what I'm saying? They're doing the thing that they're passionate about. They're doing the thing that they would actually do even if they're not paid for it, because that's the thing that they like doing. Imagine dribbling a ball and that's what you get paid for. You know what I'm saying? They asked LeBron James, like, are you not sad? He said, sad about what? Like, what am I supposed to be sad about? I'm getting paid to do something that I would do for free. I'm getting paid to play, to dribble. Think about that for a second. He's getting paid millions and millions of dollars for doing something that he would do for free, for dribbling a ball. You know what I'm saying? And he's getting paid more than you, and you're even working harder. When you work at Amazon or wherever, you're working harder than these people. You're breaking your back every single day. You know what I'm saying? And you're getting pennies. But they're just dribbling balls and they're getting paid millions of dollars. What does that tell you about the world that you're living in? Does it tell you that it's fair? It's not fair, of course. Not that I know of. The world is not fair. That's why you can't play it safe. You can't play it fair. You're trying to play it safe and fair. You're trying to follow the rules. When the people that make it do not do that at all. They don't follow the rules. They risk it all. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, I'm not saying you have to risk it all and quit your job. What I'm saying is, after you put those 8 hours at your job, you have to go back to the lab again, and you have to work on something that's gonna build um, your brand, for something that's going to build your legacy. You know what I'm saying? You have to invest in yourself. You have to follow the dream that you have, which sometimes your job can kill your dream. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're too busy to dream. A lot of times people are too busy to dream. You know what I'm saying? I got to a point where I was actually getting too busy to dream. I'm not dreaming about anything anymore. I'm not dreaming about, because when I was younger, I was dreaming to be like a famous rapper. I always dreamed that I want to be famous, but it got to a point to where I was following. I was just doing my job, and I'm doing 2 jobs and all that, to the point where I forgot my dream. I was like, I forgot what I was meant to do. I forgot the thing that I loved. I forgot my passion. You know what I'm saying? I forgot it because I'm too busy. I'm trying to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? The money is coming and it's going. So I'm just busy. I'm constantly trying to get that money, which then led me to forget why I was alive, why I was doing it for. You know what I'm saying? And that's the loop that everybody is in. If you don't start changing your approach to your job and your approach to work, you are going to be stuck in that loophole forever. Forever. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need to be selfish. You need to be selfish. You need to think of yourself. You need to think about your legacy. You need to think about the things that you want to build. You need to think about your dreams. You know what I'm saying? And you have to not only think, you have to also apply action. You know what I'm saying? A good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You have to apply action immediately, because time is that clock is it's ticking. You know what I'm saying? The time is running. You're running out of time. They tell you to be patient, but you know what I'm saying? If you see how these rich people operate, they don't waste a second. Every single second of their lives is meaningful. They're doing something with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need to real quick snap out of it and think of your passion and just apply pressure. Apply pressure, and you know what I'm saying? And just start trying things. Even if you don't have something that you know that you're good at, just start trying things out. And that's exactly what I did. And that's exactly what I'm gonna keep doing until I get the results that I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep working on my passion. I'm going to keep working on my videos. I'm going to keep working on improving the quality, getting better lighting. You know what I'm saying? I'll try to do the content outside. You know what I'm saying? I will. All I'm doing is just working on my dream. And at the same time, I didn't say I quit my job. I'm using it so that I can fund this thing. You know what I'm saying? Because some of us, we are not born rich. We are not born into rich families. We didn't have money growing up. You know what I'm saying? That's why we were in a position to have a job. And I'm not knocking you down for having a job. I'm saying your goal should be to use that job to fund the thing that you are passionate about, to fund your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Because your dreams is the thing that's gonna make you escape this rat race that we're all in. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this video was very helpful and insightful, and every single day we're gonna drop a new video. And if you like my content, please like and subscribe, and we're gonna drop a video every single day. and thank you.